Dear students, very good morning. We started to think about rebuilding a world economy, a post-war era, means the after Second World War, how we can recover the problems that we are started to think. Introduction part we already discussed. We are moving to the first point, that is the first post-war settlement and the Bretton Woods institutions. So economists and politicians, they are making the given two lessons, key lessons in the interwar economics experience, what they experience in between the First World War and Second World War. In that time, what they experienced, according to that, they are giving the we received two major lessons from that, from our experience. First one, it is the we can't make the mass production without having the mass consumption. If the people there is demand, then only we can produce more. And if the people are not able to purchase that much, or means if their income is very lesser than the how much they want for the to become a consumer, if it is not there, then they won't purchase things. So they want to get a stable and high income how they was getting before the in war, or in the time of First World War, how they was getting the better income and regular job like that. If they are getting, then only we can make the mass production. Then second one, income could not be stable if employment was unstable. If the job opportunities are not there properly, then the income also won't be in proper way. It won't be in regular way. Then next point. So what we want to make the first thing, we want to make the regular income by providing the proper employment opportunities or full employment opportunity. By that only we can recover very fastly. So first thing what we want, we are in the need of full employment or proper employment. Then, but the market alone could not guarantee full employment. From the market we can't predict like that we will get the employment. Therefore, government would have to step to minimize fluctuations of price, output and employment. So government want to make some policies for what? The fluctuation of price. Today it is 20 rupees, tomorrow it is 30 rupees, again day after tomorrow it is coming to 10 rupees. Like that fluctuation should not happen. They want to regularize the price of the things. Then output and employment economics, employment in the fluctuation, not only in the price, we can see the output also. If the demand is more in this year, we will produce more, and next year also we will produce more itself, but there won't be that much demand. So that thing also, the output should not make that much changes. Then next year what we will do, third year we will make the production less, then knowingly or unknowingly demand will increase, then price again it will increase. Then at the same time we want to get the stable job, that already we discussed. Economic stability could be ensured only through intervention of the government. Only government can help the people to make the stable income or the economical stability of the people. So if we need a sustainable economical development, what we should have the intervention of the government or government policies. Last year we studied in economics, when we studied about the poverty alleviation, that time we have seen that the government taken many policies in India to reduce the poverty. In that, one of the policy was making the maximum job employment opportunity. Mahatma Gandhi employment guarantee act, in that we are saying like that 100 days job should ensure to all the citizens, those who are ready to work and in the working age, like that. So here also saying the in national, not only in the national way, if you are thinking international way also, same condition, we should get the economical stability. For that, what we should get the for that purpose, people want to get employment. That is whose duty? That is the duty of the government. The second lesson related to the country's economics link with the outside world. The goal to fulfill employment could be achieved if government has power to control flow of goods, capital and labor. So second lesson what we studied, the link with other, economical link with other world, outside world. This is India, and we are how we are relating to with other, having the economical link with or the business link with other countries. According to that, the employment opportunity also vary. Or if you want to fulfill fulfill the goal of the sustainable economical development or economical stability, what we should ensure, we want to control what all things, the flow of goods, capital and labor from other countries. If we are allowing them to invest maximum capital here, then we can improve the employment opportunities. And the flow of the goods, if we are reducing what we are producing here in our country, that will get a good price or better price in the market. Then labor, already we are facing the lack of employment opportunity here, and again if the labors are coming, cheaper labors are coming from outside country, then surely it will affect us. So the government, what they want to take the policy to control goods, capital and labor. Again we have seen this one in the chapter when we studied about the development chapter, the health and education, training and other things. In India we are having some of the areas, it is thickly populated with the maximum job opportunities, like that things we have seen. Again we have seen this one in geography when we studied 9th standard geography, when we studied about the population chapter, the various ages of the working class people and the total number of Indian youth, and we compared with other country people, like that we have seen. So we want to control the flow of goods, capital and labor. Thus in brief, the main aim of the post-war international economical system was to preserve economic stability and full employment in an industrial world. So what was the aim of the international economic system just after Second World War? That was to preserve economical stability. Then second one, full employment in the industrial world. Then its framework agreed upon at the United Nations monetary and financial conference held in July 1944 at Bretton Woods in New Hampshire in USA. Then we taken this decision. What decision? Making the prevention of economical stability, preserve the economical stability and the full employment opportunity in the industrial development in industrial area itself. For that purpose, we made a framework and agreed with the people, those who are part of the United Nations that time. Then they made an agreement. That agreement is where they made, that is in Bretton. They made that in Bretton Woods, that is in USA. So that decision or the policy taken by the government for UN for the better stable economical development as well as the full employment opportunity, that is known as Bretton Woods theory. That was the institution, that is the heading of the this part, Bretton Woods institution. So it is taken, the decision taken in the Bretton Woods in 1944 in USA. That's why it is known as the Bretton Woods Conference. In the Bretton Woods Conference, established International Monetary Fund, IMF. Please underline that one. What is IMF? Not for board exam. Instead of your future, you need it. So for that purpose, to deal with external surplus and deficit of its member nations. What they want to do, this is the part of UN, and what they want to do, they want to check out or help the deal with the external surplus and deficit of its members. If there is 100 member countries are there, and how they are facing, some countries they may something may be surplus and others countries it may be deficit. So they want to deal with like such a problem. Then International Bank for Reconstruction and Development popularly known as the World Bank, please underline that one also, was set up to finance post-war reconstruction. So in this Bretton Woods conference, what they taken another decision that for the International Bank for reconstruction and development, we are knowing us like we are calling it World Bank present, and that also what was the aim for that? To set up the or finance the post-war reconstruction. Then IMF and the World Bank are referred to as the Bretton Woods institutions or something, the Bretton Woods twins. So what are the institutions developed because of the Bretton Woods conference? That is the World Bank and IMF. These are the two institutions developed because of Bretton Woods. Please underline that one also. Then the post-war international economic system also often described as Bretton Woods system. So the just after that the institutions started, that time economical system started to known as the Bretton Woods system. So what is the Bretton Woods system? What is Bretton Woods institutions? Once again, Bretton Woods institution, because after as a impact of the result of the Bretton Woods conference, we can see the development of two agencies or two institutions. One is the International Monetary Fund, that is IMF, and to deal with the reconstruction and development of the world just after war, that is known as the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Present we are calling it World Bank. Like that two institutions we set up just after Bretton Woods conference. So it is known as the twin institutions or Bretton Woods twins, like that we are calling it. Then and the system what we follow, the economical system according to the Bretton Woods conference, what we are following, that system is known as economic system is known as the Bretton Woods system. The IMF and the World Bank commenced financial operations in 1947. Decision making in this institution is controlled by Western industrial power. The US has an effective right to veto over key IMF and the World Bank decision. So who is taking the decision in IMF and World Bank? That is taken by the developed countries or finance things like that, everything controlling by the Western countries, Western industrial powers, Britain, US, France, like that countries. And US have a special power to make like that veto. What means having a special power to take the decision in both IMF as well as in the World Bank. Then next one, the international monetary system is the system linking national currencies and mandatory system. When we studied globalization, we have seen that one. In the starting, just UN was kept one US dollar like that 33 rupees $1 equal to 33 rupees like that. That was permanent. Then after we removing this system or this policy, we can see again changes happen. Now every day the value of the world currency, it is moving up and down. We can see Indian money, some days it is coming up, some days it is going back, like that with if you are comparing with any one of the currency in the world, same condition, especially with USA. Then the Bretton Woods system was based on the fixed exchange rate. Please underline that one. That only we discussed, that was there in the which chapter? In globalization chapter of economics. So this lesson we are dealing with the many chapters: history first and second lesson, then economics fourth lesson, then what you studied in last year, economics poverty, that chapter, then development chapter, everything dealing we can see some link with this lesson, because this lesson is saying what is the name of the lesson? Making the global world. So starting onwards, or when we are understanding about the business development at that time onwards, present day what happened in the world, that is we are studying. So all the chapters what we are dealt already with politics, in democracy, or in economics, or in geography, resources and other things, then minerals, then what we industries, like that, everything. Then last chapter with the trade, tourism, everything is we can see some link with this lesson. So this lesson, even though it is not there for board exam, that is there, okay, it is not meant for board exam, but we can see direct connection with all other lessons. So if you are understanding this lesson, you can understand in better way the globalization chapter as well as the development chapter, like the different chapters. even geography last chapter, like that chapters you can understand. Okay. So what was the Bretton Woods system means the exchange rate was fixed. If we are comparing with any one of the currency, Indian currency with the Sri Lankan currency or Indian currency with the Bretton currency, it was the exchange rate was same. There was no that fixed one. There was no change in that. In this system, national currencies, for example, Indian rupees were pegged to the dollar at the fixed rate, means that was about 33 rupees, like that, 33-35 rupees, like that was fixed. The dollar itself was anchored to a gold at the fixed price of $35 per ounce of gold. If they want to make $35 amount money price, then they want to keep an ounce of gold for that. Here in India also we are following the same system. When we are making the new currency, we are keeping equal gold instead of that currency. Okay, we will continue in next video.